Hazel Creek, 2020. Any words of wisdom?
You know, I just hope it's just like the other years, not 2020 like.
Oh, God, yes.
Keep your boots together.
All right, we're starting our hike in. Ty, Olivia Newton-John Reese. He's got his Let's Get Physical headband on. That's the collector's edition. Here we go. So this year's Steve Greeby Award is Stevens carts the front wheel.
Go up, come back, and
Wow. Okay, so report. We were doing our hike up. We're maybe a mile into it so far. And Steve's cart, he had a jogging stroller and the front wheel connection broke off in the first 50 feet. So we've managed to make a little rickshaw, and it seems to be working okay, but we'll see how the rest of the hike goes. We're only really just getting started. So we're past the first campsite. We just passed what's left of Proctor, the kiln and those things, but looks like it's going to be a beautiful trip. Okay, we're set up at camp. Let's get some video of where we're sleeping here. This is Bone Valley. Ty's set up in the old ENO. Say hi, Ty.
Hi.
He's really focused like a laser. Oh, he's got a new headband. I like it. It's not the Olivia Newton-John. And then Paul's got the Tent Mahal over here with the Noah's tarp. Say hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
That is awesome, man. I think I need one. Noah's tarp. Is that 12 feet?
12 by 12.
Nice. Yeah, that's a ticket. Steven's set up. He's built him a little tarp house. He's got his tent all set up, ready to go. He had a little minor malfunction with the cart. It broke a front wheel about 50 feet in. There's the front wheel. Yeah, but so we got some wood, we got a fireplace, there's my tent, there's my cart. And I gotta say, man, if you're thinking about a cart, get yourself a kid jogging stroller. It's awesome. I did a little modification to it, but it is the ticket. So we're just getting ready to fish. So more later. All right, the first morning, Steven's ready for his ride out. I'm surprised how that's holding you up as well as it is.
Yeah.
It may be okay.
What do you weigh?
About 150.
150? Yeah.
You don't have $150 worth of gear,
Yeah.
150 pounds worth of gear.
Yeah. But you got $150 worth of gear.
You got $150 worth of gear, yeah, and then some.
Yeah.
All right,
A lot of gear there.
It's got a bolt
our
on
first
there.
morning.
Put the bolt back in. You gotta put the bolt back in.
How's your night, Ty?
It was very good. I'm
How's-
well rested. I'm ready to make the push to brook trout country and get my slam. So,
You're gonna leave me in the dirt as you go out?
all right, I might have to cut your hamstring.
Well, you know.
We can do surgery.
Oh my goodness, Paul's got a knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife right here.
That's a saw.
That's a saw and then some.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Saw.
My situation was good until about 4 a.m. and then I woke up to being flat on the ground. My air mattress had completely deflated. So not sure what's going on with that, but hopefully I can figure it out, because if not, the rest of the nights are going to be kind of uncomfortable. Steven had won the Stephen Greeby Award, but he has redeemed himself, and he's going to use all the electrical tape that there is in Hazel Creek.
This is the last roller. I bought every post they have. They have no more.
Okay, he is fixing up his cart, and he thinks it may actually hold up. We'll see.
Uh-oh. Well, maybe not.
Uh-oh, he's out. That's it. Okay.
No, wait. I got a backup, Rob.
Oh, there's more. Okay. But wait, there's more. All right, more to come later. I've been casting in that spot for 5 minutes. Ty throws in there one time, catches a fish. What is it? Well, that's just ridiculous. Right there. That's where he caught him. He's gonna do it again just to show us how it's done. I think he's better at catching squirrels though. Come on, Ty, Brad Pitt these people. No. All right, we made it to the Crest Cabin. Built in about 1880. Apparently their calendars were no good at that point, and they don't know exactly what year it was built. This is it. Looks like a great place to have an axe murderer attack. Maybe a hockey mask wearing guy with a machete. Something cool. Now, something that I saw one time I was here that for some reason I didn't go take tape of. I'm gonna go take tape of today if I can walk around these spider webs. It's right here. Very interesting old chimney. Very cool. Foundation for a house. As I fall down. Oh, let me set my fly rod down so I don't break it. Oh. Cool old chimney. I'm guessing that this was probably the site of the original cabin, and it got moved at some point. There's the hearth. I think the cabin that's sitting over there is a rebuild, but this one has a pretty good sized foundation. You can see it's pretty big. So yeah, always wanted to get video of that, so there it is. Won't be long. This won't be here anymore. Ice and snow are doing their thing. Pretty neat though. Okay, we just hiked up past the cabin and saw a trail, thought it would take us to the creek, and we actually walked into the middle of a cemetery.
This is a baby's grave, I think.
Oh no. I just saw one that was
June 16th, 1922 to August 9th, 1922.
wow. This is William H. Hall, Private U.S. Army, World War I, January 22nd, 1896 to 1921. So he was just of age to be in the Army. Yeah. Wow. William Hall. People seem shorter. Looks like there's a foot marker for each.
They each got a foot mark.
They each have a foot marker. That's unusual. Here's one that died in 1903.
Minnie Davis,
Wow.
1892 to 1918.
Somebody's been, I mean, I don't know how
They're maintaining this, yeah.
flowers last. These plastic flowers.
1812 to 1888. Elizabeth Stewart. Wow.
Yeah, they were some short people.
Very short. People were very short here. These are, you have the headstone and the foot marker. That's very interesting. It's our first graveyard we've come across here. All right, hopefully the fishing will be better up here. All right, so fishing report. We today is the first full day, and Ty and I decided we were going to walk up Bone Valley. This is Bone Valley Trail. It's kind of lonesome, but it is beautiful. Didn't show you the waterfall, but it's quite gorgeous. Anyway, we went up Bone Valley Trail. We're staying at Bone Valley Campground, campsite 85. No, sorry, 83. Yeah, because 82 is closed. We went up campsite 83, and we hiked up this morning to the cabin, which is 1.8 miles, and saw that, got a little video. You saw that earlier on this video. and we decided we were going to get in because there are supposed to be brook trout just past the cabin a little ways. Unfortunately, there's no trail. We didn't know that, so we walked up the trail where you saw the cemetery. And anyway, we walked up that trail to the dead end. The dead end was a cemetery. So we came back down and we decided we'd just bushwhack it. So we got in the creek and started fishing, caught some fish. I got a little keeper. We're gonna have a couple fish, at least a couple of fish for dinner tonight. Hopefully Ty and Paul brought a few more. Steven may have caught some too. He was down here fishing with a little spin cast. So anyway, bushwhacking our way up through there. Ty and I are hopscotching each other, taking turns, and I went to step over a rock, and of course I didn't make it. My toe didn't make it up over the rock, but I was already going forward. So I just went full hands out, full face forward, head, face underwater, snapped my fly rod off right at the, handle. So that was great. Fortunately for this trip, because I learned on the last trip that I probably need to bring a spare fly rod. So I went to Cabela's and bought me a spare fly rod, and came in very handy. Hopefully I won't break it. I've fallen in the water this evening a couple of times, but fell in the water went down the front of my waders, filled my shoes completely full of water, pants, clothes, everything wet, socks are soaking wet, and it's a little cool. It was cold last night, a little cool here today. I don't know, it's probably 60, 62, 3 probably was the high today. And it's already, it's just after 6 p.m., but this valley gets really dark because the sun sets and it's just in a shadow. So it gets dark down here, you can't really see. So I felt it was a little too treacherous to continue, so I'm coming out. As I get out, it'll lighten up and I'll be like, what a dummy. But anyway, broke my fly rod, had a backup, so that's good. I went back to camp, kind of disgusted. I did my 2-mile hike back to camp. I met Paul. We walked back together, had some lunch, and then turned all my stuff out to dry, hung it up. Mostly everything's dry. Socks aren't, but mostly everything's dry. And I jumped in the hammock while it was drying and took myself a little power nap, which was great because I slept well last night. Went to bed at 9:30 and heard the guys say goodnight to each other, probably around 10-ish. And then I was out until 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. Realized I was laying on the ground, and the new cool pump up backpacking air mattress that I'd purchased was completely flat. So I'm hoping that I got that fixed today. I went in and checked everything before I tried to look for leaks, and I realized that the plug on one end wasn't seated completely. So I seated that completely, I pumped it up, and I went on my way to fish. So now I'm headed back to camp. I'm gonna check it again to see if it's pumped up. But anyway, it was a pretty good day fishing, and I don't know, I guess I caught 10 or 12 today, all rainbows. Ty hopefully will have caught a brown, and he already caught a brown on this trip, rainbows, and hopefully he got him a brook today so he can say he has the Grand Slam. He's a little pissed off at me because, not really pissed off at me, but you know, he's kind of upset that I have the Grand Slam so far of all of our trips. We've been coming to this general area, not particularly to Hazel Creek every time, but general area since 2009. So 11 years now. Congratulate me, I just became a grandfather August 22nd. Luke was born and he is adorable. But anyway, that's kind of a bummer. Zach wanted to go on this trip, but it was just no way to do that when he just had a little one. So hopefully next year Zach will be able to make the trip and Luke will be a little bigger and won't be such a handful for mom. But anyway, 2009, what was I saying? I forget. Anyway, just saying that I love this trip. It's a whole lot of fun. Ty's been a good fishing buddy, and we always seem to have a great time and catch fish. No matter who comes, it's always a little mix. This year my brother came, and Paul Simmons came again. He's a lot of fun. So I'm hoping that next year this same crew will come back to wherever we decide to go. Paul, Ty and I are talking about maybe doing a trip that's a little more serious up in Minnesota area, potentially, maybe in the spring next year, depending on, you know, what happens with COVID and all that crap. So Oh yeah, it was COVID this year, so enjoy that if you're watching this 50 years from now. COVID was a big pain in the butt. We had a not so great president. Sorry if you don't agree with me, but I think he's kind of an idiot. Anyway, he was president and didn't handle it as well as he should. He felt that people wearing masks were wimpy or whatever, so a lot more people died than what really needed to. So anyway, that's what COVID was like. COVID was terrible. So all right, I'm back to my campsite. I see a bunch of campers have hiked in today. There's a campsite full of 6 or 7 people. So I'm gonna shut this off so I don't look stupid talking to the camera. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. So I saw a trail that said no horses and steps leading up past Bone Valley campsite, maybe 3/4 of a mile. And I decided to just, you know, take a break, hike up there and check it out and see what's up there. So I found another graveyard. These graves aren't as well marked. You can see footstone, headstone, or vice versa, but they're very small. You see the artificial flowers. They're very small. Looks like probably kids. A lot of kids. I just checked my gauge and I'm at, I don't know if you can see that, 2,680 feet. Our camp is at 2,300, so it's a pretty good hike up here. But you can see people have made this trek. You can see there's a headstone, footstone, so that's the entire length of the grave. Same here. So I'm guessing they're kids, but I don't know. I didn't want to pass this opportunity to get up here. Who knows if I'll feel like it next year when I come. So anyway, all right, so now for my trek back down. It's quite steep on the way up, so if you're seeing this and it isn't edited by me, maybe something bad happened to me on the way down. And if that's the case, Heather, I love you very much, and I miss you right now. I wish you were here with me doing this hike. It's pretty fun and it's beautiful, peaceful. I can't hear the rush of the creek anymore. So far this morning, it's about 12 o'clock, around 12 o'clock, and this morning it was cold, so we got a late start. We actually got in the water around 10:30, so none of us could leave the fire really. So we kind of got a late go, but it's nice, and weather's been beautiful, sunny every day, cool at night. It was chilly. My air mattress, thank goodness, it worked, so I didn't have to sleep on the ground last night. So now I'm just making my way back down this very steep hill, so hopefully more to come later. Bye. I want to give an example of what makes this place so beautiful. This nice run, and a nice waterfall ripple, and then out there in the middle is probably 6 or 7 feet deep. And you can use a tree that's down here, but it runs down that way, and it is gorgeous. Love this place. Pretty cool. Hey there. Okay, so today's Friday. I had to think about that quite a bit because this is the longest we've ever stayed out here. Today's Friday. It's been a beautiful day. No broken rods, so that's a good thing. Last night's sleep was fantastic because the air mattress stayed inflated. Apparently putting the plug in is fairly important with those things. I'm just walking down Hazel Creek Trail, give you an idea of what I'm dealing with. I am completely alone as far as you can see. The stream is split. It's just down there. You can kind of see part of it. That's from me to the water is probably 40 feet, maybe 50 feet down. Pretty steep. So nothing you want to go climbing up. But anyway, I'm coming down from the direction of Campsite 82. Campsite 82, we were actually thinking about going up there this year, but a couple of weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, a 43-year-old man from Illinois was actually found dead at the campsite with a bear scavenging remains. We heard a little bit more information about it. It was a pretty savage thing. They said it looked like there were signs of struggle, so they do believe that potentially the bear the guy came between the bear and the cubs, is what their kind of working theory is. They're working on an autopsy, and then they may let people know or not, I don't know. But the trail's closed up in that direction, so we couldn't get up there if we wanted to go. They did kill the bear that they found with the body, but they of course can't be sure that that was the bear that did that to him. So anyway, so campsite 82 got canceled. We were gonna do, excuse me for scratching my nose, we were gonna do 2 different stays this time. Do a lower stay and then hike on up to the top and do the higher stay to give us a break on the way up. But we decided, since 82 was closed, not to do that, so we camped at campsite 83, which is Bone Valley, which is as high as we could get. It's 5.5 miles up the trail from the lake, from Fontana Lake. So we have one more day of fishing, which is tomorrow. Today I caught one that I kept. It's not very big, but one that I kept, and I probably caught 7 or 8 little ones, you know, 6 inches or less. All rainbows today. We had a couple of fish last night for dinner. Hopefully the guys will have a little more success with catching fish. Steven, my brother, had never tried trout, so he got to have some baked trout last night, and tonight we're gonna have fried trout. So he seemed to like it, so I'm pretty excited about having that. He was doing a fantastic job for us. We got back to camp. He's not really a fisherman. He came for more of the camping experience, and he brought a pole, but I don't think he was really, Hart was really into doing a lot of fishing. It was more about exploring and just getting away a little bit. So anyway, came back to camp last night. He had a nice fire going. I mean, it was just everything you'd want in a campsite, buddy. Had the campfire going, and it was nice. So excited about tonight. I'm just walking up and I see my buddy Paul straight ahead. He's walking back, so didn't see him. But anyway, so that's all I have to report for right now. I'm gonna catch up to Paul and we'll walk on to the camp, and it's time for some dinner. So see you soon. Bye.